Nicole Shawan Junior.
Hey.
Thank you again for being here under the weather. It's a hot toddy, and I've made it with some cognac.
Yes.
Some French cognac.
And this what you got going on? Yo, it's so ill, it's so beautiful. I love listening, I love watching.
This
Salud.
Yes. Salud. Yeah.
That I walk in this world, stemmed from that moment watching my mother relegated powerless by this racist, classist, misogynist mother. And then I committed this crime. Would I have committed the crime outside of those things coexisting? I know I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
There's so much more to them than crack.
Yeah.
Be it, whether they're addicts or dealers, right?
Yeah.
Regular people like you and me who dream, who have goals, who love. I always knew that I wanted to advocate for them and folks who are similarly situated.
Yeah.
So not necessarily involved in the crack game on one side or the other, but definitely poverty-born.
TV, millionaires stay greedy. No love and there's no grub. We got the homeless saying, y'all better come my way. Y'all better come my way. Okay, and say, y'all better come my way. I'ma make a statement day by day. Y'all better come my way. Y'all better come my way. Okay, and say, y'all better come my way. I'ma make a statement day by day.
And welcome to Jampacked. I'm your host, Jamila, and we have quite a treat, a special treat of Brooklyn type of vibes. She is a black queer and poverty-born womanist, storyteller, screenwriter, editor, event producer, director, and film producer, and a former police prosecutor. And before I go into the amazingness that she exudes and holds, just know that she is strongly educated. She got her BA in Afro-American Studies and Sociology from Smith College, and then went on to get her master's in education at Pace University. And then, just in case you were not totally convinced at how amazing she truly is, she went and got her JD, her Juris Doctorate, for those that need to know. That's when you get to put the ESQ on there. She got that from Temple University. She was on their national trial team, mind you. As a prosecutor for over a decade, she prosecuted hundreds of domestic violence cases, ranging from misdemeanor, assault to homicide. She later became a police prosecutor. She prosecuted police officers for a range of offenses from abuse of authority to excessive use of force. And she was the first civilian attorney to prosecute a member of the NYPD. She led the investigations and prosecutions of force against NBA player Thabo Sefolosha.
On behalf of Thabo Sefolosha,
Yes. I felt it. I felt like I rehearsed it and then totally still fucked it up. As well as tennis star James Blake and postal worker Glenn Grays. She's also the creator of the Roots, Wounds, Words writing workshop. As a storyteller, she writes the sacred and savage scenes of her black girlhood in the 80s and 90s in Brooklyn.
Hey.
As a screenwriter, she honors the journeys of black women who are born or are hood-born by placing them, their stories, and their complexities at center camera. As an editor, she helps other writers to help their wounds speak freely beyond the bounds of fear, shame, and white patriarchal queerphobic gaze. And she's currently bringing her short film To Touch a Moth to production. Sorry, I needed to make sure I gave all of that its due, so I apologize for stumbling. She's also directed and co-produced Boundless, a celebration of black women, which is a documentary featuring Celia of the Grammy Award-winning Les Nubians, actress Nana Mensah, YouTube sensation Seren Sensei, New York State Assemblywoman Latrice Walker, filmmaker Just Latasha, as well as filmmaker and comedian Robin Clout, just to name a few. She's also co-produced the YouTube web series This, That, and the Third, She's currently completing Cracked Concrete, coming of age memoir, and Block Girls, a play. And as an event producer, you may have heard of what she's been up to. She produces celebrations that are large and small, from weekend retreats for queer women to media-covered celebrations of powerful women of color in business, politics, and the arts. And it goes by a name of the Weekend Soirée.
Hey.
Mm-hmm. And you may have heard her on the podcast You Gay Aunties, which was hilarious, by the way. And she's her writing has appeared in For Harriet, Rigorous Magazine, and the Feminist Wire. And don't know what y'all are doing, but make sure that you do check her out. She is speaking at the 7th annual Lesbians Plus of Color Symposium at Harvard Law School, Lambda, on March 9th. Boys and girls.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen.
You did that.
I bring to y'all, and she hails from Brooklyn.
Hey.
Bed-Stuy, stand up. We've got Nicole Shawan Junior.
Hey. Yo, I'm mad excited to be here. What's good?
Woo! Yes.
I'm so hyped to be here.
I'm so hyped. I'm so stoked that you're here. Like,
facts.
I feel like now I can just use all of my New York terminology. Like, let's keep it gully, you know? Like, let's keep it funky right now.
All right,
like,
keep it 100. Let's keep it gully.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I'm so excited that you're here.
Me too.
Like, it's so crazy because I had friended you or followed you, not to be too creeper-ish, on Instagram, and then you had followed back and then slid in them DMs. But you saved me time on Cited in your DMs. Because I was about to be like, yo, like, what's your email address? Like, we need to get you on. And then we connected, and then turned out that you were from New York.
Facts.
And I was like, oh, fuck. And then you were like, guess what? Coming to LA.
Next week.
Yes. And you were like, look at the universe working. Won't the universe do it? Yes.
All the time.
I'm so excited that you're
when
here.
It's right, the universe is always behind it.
Yeah. That's so
right.
true. That
you know,
so
you hit me
true.
at the right time, just when you were supposed to hit me, and I hit you back the way I did because I was supposed to hit you back the way I did.
Yeah.
Word. And this, what you got going on, yo, it's so ill, it's so beautiful. I love listening. I love watching. Like, this is just all love. I'm so glad to be amongst it right now.
I appreciate that. And then on top of that, I realized, we discovered that we're both Sagittariuses.
Sag love, facts.
Which is amazing.
Sag power.
So this is like Sag versus Geminis right now.
Listen, we never versus the Geminis.
You see how they both team up in the corner?
The Geminis.
They both team up.
They make us better.
Right.
Geminis make Sagittarius better, and Sagittarius make Geminis better. It's, what? It's a given.
You don't need to say facts so damn loud from the corner like that. Man, I'm so stoked, and at least to have another balance of a Sagittarius.
Oh, I'm with you.
Yo, they be judging the fuck out of it. Like, they just in the corner, just judgy Geminis.
But you know what? They hold us in check, though.
They really do.
They get us. They judge us. They tell us what's good, and then let us do our thing.
They are the well-oiled machine of Jampacked. There would be no Jampacked without them. 100%. 100%.
That's a compliment.
100%.
Facts.
Yeah. Look, it's like facts. Got you. Facts. Yes. And, feel free to tune in. For those that are listening, we are also on YouTube, so check us out. And we're official. We have our name is in the URL thing.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I hate to sound like an old Jersey woman, like, but YouTube.com/Jampacked.
Okay.
And they can tune into the shenanigans.
They gotta follow.
Yeah. So if you're like, pause, I need to watch them because this is like insane right now.
Facts.
Yeah, I feel it. But yeah, this is awesome. I'm very excited. And like I told you already before, I get very talkative and excited and very like, yeah, man, this is so great. I love it. I don't really cry when I drink, but I get very talkative.
Yes.
And I try to own and learn my truth as life progresses. But
do that. That is your gift.
But I appreciate you being here. It really does mean a lot for you to take the time out, especially you being from out of town, and you could be anywhere, but you chose to hang out with us. So.
Gratitude.
So I appreciate it.
For real, mad love for having me.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
Sick and all.
Right.
Sick
and
as a dog and all.
That too.
That's why we got like the hot toddies popping right now.
See, I'm already going off balance. The Geminis are all out of whack right now. They're freaking out because I haven't gone through the orders of business, but thank you for leading me. You're the responsible Sagittarius that we're figuring out. You're the responsible one. So that does lead me to the next order of business, our drink of choice, because you are under the weather.
Yes.
And thank you again for being here under the weather. Is a hot toddy. And I've made it with some cognac.
Yes.
Some French cognac. So all cognac is technically from France, from the region of Cognac, but this actually comes from the motherland itself, from France.
Hey,
so
give me
hopefully,
that French yak.
Yeah, it's that extra, what does that say? Oh shit, 40% volume of that cognac.
Ooh.
So yeah, there's that good strong shit.
Yeah. Hey, let's do it.
Yeah.
My shit feel better already.
Nice.
Clearing up.
Yeah. A little lemon in there. Yeah, do it. And also, you may hear my trusty little unicorn papillon chihuahua mix, Zora, pitter-patting around. Currently, she's acting like she hasn't done shit. She's literally acting like me in that promo video. Like she hasn't done a damn thing, not barking, jumping off couches. Right. Now she's just chilling mode. But
Zora is dope, by the way. Zora be
she's
on
crazy.
It. Zora's at that door. Somebody hit that door. Zora's like, "What's good?
Yeah,
who that?
Like, who that?
Back the fuck up. Who you?
Yeah. Like, you really do think she's just like, yo, who are you though? Like, yeah, she's a mess. Like, I'm very curious of what her past life really entails. But before I get off track any further and throw this spiral out of control, our first game that we're going to play while playing another game. So we're going to play within the game of Mentally Stimulate Me.
Oh, shit.
Which has technically never been done, I don't think. I don't think we've ever played within Mentally Stimulate Me. So I will let Midori explain the rules of
Okay, let's see if I remember this, because we haven't done this in a while. So, is when you talk, you can't say so, like, or for too long. So.
Okay.
Like that. If you do, we will let you know by our little squeak. We'll call you out, and you have to take a drink.
Okay.
But we can also call each other out with these Zora's toys that she never plays with.
Okay.
So if you hear me say right, and I gotta take a drink.
Got you.
So yeah, and we haven't played this game in a while, so I'm about to be hammered. You might need to bring in that other bottle of cognac. I don't know.
Okay.
Shit.
Glasses too, if you want.
Okay, so we're doing that within. Oh shit, yeah. Are you driving? Or are you Ubering?
I'm Ubering.
Oh, okay.
I'm Ubering.
Oh, even better. Okay, so we can do that. And do you want to add your fun facts to it? I don't know.
Will you guys mess up?
Yes.
Because you're also going to play Mentally Stimulate Me.
Yes.
Which is for the grown and sexy. Is what it says on the card.
Hey.
So I will ask you these questions. There's questions on here with 4 choices to choose from. 2 to 4 choices to choose from. And you guys can answer accordingly, and then we'll ask the question from there.
Okay.
So there's no right or wrong answer.
Right. So. It's just get to know you, and then,
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Ready?
Ready.
All right. So we're officially in session.
Hey.
Of so.
All right.
/ mentally stimulate me. Let's kick it off. Fuck. I already broke the rules. Oh my! I know this is terrible. This is how I got fucked up when I told you about the bat. When I learned about myself in Hennessy.
Salud.
Yes. Salud. Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. So the first question says, you and Babe decide to role play, and she walks in as Goofy from the Disney Channel. What do you do? Do you A, allow Goofy to rock your world?
Oh shit. Okay.
Fucking
B,
me out.
suggest another character? Or C, cancel sex for the day?
Damn.
Yeah, there's no D, like none of the above. No, Bae's gonna have to rock that shit the fuck out. We gonna do that. We gonna do Goofy.
You gonna do Goofy?
We gonna do.
Rocking with Goofy?
I'm rocking with Goofy all night long. Facts.
Okay.
Can I get those options again, please?
A, you let Goofy rock your world.
Okay.
B, you suggest another character. Or C, you cancel sex for the day.
I'm a goer. Let's do it.
Goofy's rocking your world?
Let's do it, Goofy.
Let's do that shit.
Let's rock that shit.
Let's get it.
Let's do it.
All right.
Fuck
Yeah.
it.
So, Nikki, I guess my question for you is, have you ever role-played?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. As a matter of fact, I never dressed like Goofy, but I used to dance. I used to be a stripper.
Oh,
and
no
so
Nice.
it's a fact. And so when I was really young, I'm talking like 20 years
I had to adjust my mic. I was very excited.
I was like 20 years younger. And at that time, right when I was like stopping in the stripping world, I met one of my long life loves, whatever you want to call it. We're not together anymore, but she's my heart. So anyway, the first night that she stayed at the crib, I'm thinking, fuck it, I'm going to throw on a stripper outfit for her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I decided to go with this shit that was like real disco ballish. It was like mad, like, it was dope. It was like a thong situation with like different strings and shit, but like the slither was like a disco ball, right? And it had like nipple patches, and those slivers were like disco balls with the strings and shit. Anyway, so I walk into my bedroom and I'm thinking I'm sexy as fuck. I mean, this is something that I do that I make a little bit of money on, so I'm fly, right? I walk into the bedroom, this nigga falls the fuck out. I mean, she's cracking up, like, yo, and she was a fucking Gemini. She was a fucking Gemini. Yo, but she's like done, like laughing at my shit. We definitely like fucked all night, but like it was definitely a humbling moment. Like, oh shit, I look funny. You know what I mean? I thought I was sexy. I look funny. Word. So I do the role play thing. That wasn't a role play, but that was a humbling moment.
Yeah. You know, I feel like, I guess I'm supposed to answer that too. Is that?
You can answer this.
Well, damn. Okay. Well, I mean, I feel like I've tried to kind of, but it always, I kind of low key get the same response, or I just don't get taken seriously. You know, I will play the fuck out of a character, as we learned. You know, even though you did have me breaking character a little bit in that promo, but like I will try to stay true to character. But I feel like whoever I'm with, they just don't really take me seriously. So we can't do characters.
Right.
I just have to be a kinky beast and then hope that works out, you know? But like, I guess that's like a basic question, but like, where's the craziest place you've ever done it?
The craziest place? I mean, I don't know if there's like a craziest place. I've done it in somebody's car while somebody else was driving. Yeah. I've done it in a bathroom. I've done it in the back of my car, nobody driving. What else would be a crazy place? Like, I'm not a part of the fucking Mile High Club. I definitely want to do that.
Me too.
Right?
See,
right?
It's a Sagittarius. I don't know.
Right?
Like, there's a Sagittarius thing because I feel like cars and outside, like, people don't take that they think that's like, oh my God, like I would never do that. And it's like,
that's lightweight shit. Yeah, that's lightweight shit. Yeah.
It's not that crazy.
People don't be down for the shit I want to do.
Yeah. They're not.
You know what I'm saying?
They say that they will.
They not. And when you get them in a situation like you said, we were fucking this club. Like you said, we would do this right here.
So let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers be like, wait, hold up. No, wait a minute. No, don't hold. Like, we in the moment. Yeah. You know?
Exactly. Like, why not?
Fuck it.
Fuck. I mean, what kind of women are you into?
I like women.
But what type of one? Like, what's
That's the thing, though. That's like the running joke with my crew is that I don't have a type. Like, all of my exes are so extremely different from one another. I genuinely just fucking like good, honestly. So what do they call the people that like are about the brain? That's the sapio. What is that called? Sapiosexual. All right. So I don't really. So I'm kind of a little bit of that, but really I'm like heart. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is this a good fucking person?
Yeah.
That's what I'm attracted to. Just like the authenticity of a fucking person.
Yeah.
Word.
That's some real shit right there. Like I feel like that is the hardest thing to find, is someone that really rocks your world mentally and someone who has a good heart and a good person. Yeah. And I feel like it's more difficult now. I don't know if it's just maybe the industry or the world or what it is, but it literally is like finding a needle in a fucking haystack.
It is. I think people are too like caught up in other shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rather than like their own healing and their own like spiritual evolution and development, it's like, yo, like I got the 4 bundles. You know what I'm saying? Like, my nigga, like that's dope. Like I got the 4 bundles too, but like you got to bring more to the table than that. And I think that's where we get lost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's so real. Word. That's so true. Like I had to learn. You know, you need to not only be, you know, spiritually fit, mentally fit, you know, physically fit, like all these other things, but you got to be that to attract that, and you are that. And it's like, do you think that you're so open to receiving that it's almost like, do you feel like you're so open that it's almost closing in a sense? Like closing the door of
bullshit.
That
you know what it is.
Because I feel like there's so many beautiful, kind-hearted, amazing people that try to be open and kind and loving to everybody that it almost, I don't want to say backfires, but it's almost like they just get bullshit in their world, and it's like, you're such a dope person. I don't understand how you're getting this in your world, because you nurture good, positive space, you know?
Yeah. I just saw some shit on some meme on social media that was like, yo, the quickest way, the surest way to kill fuckboys is to kill your inner fuck girl. And I got to tell you, that's some real shit, right? So, I definitely practice like kindness. I practice coming into the world and engaging the world in a love-centered fashion from a healing-centered place, right? Yeah. But that doesn't mean I'm open to everything. Being compassionate, being kind, and knowing your worth means that you have discernment. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think that's why I can take away like a physical characteristic. That's why it's easy for me to be like, yo, I don't have a type, right? Because that shit to me is a facade. That's just that's the vessel that you just so happen to be sent to this place in. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like your spirit, your soul, that is the shit that lasts forever. Yeah. I gotta know that motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care how it looks in this temporary moment on this planet. Yeah. You know, how does that motherfucker look through eternity, right? And what's the evolution that's happening there? That's what I care to know. Yeah. So for me, no, it doesn't make it harder in the sense of I'm not like, I'm kind, I'm compassionate, but I know when to like not let certain shit into my life, and I know when to be like, baby, I love you, and I got to keep it pushing, right? Yeah. Just like I know when like something is real and something is dope and something is for me, like, yo, you need to stay around for a little bit longer. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. Do you feel like, damn, Brooke over here. Damn, Brooke.
Oh, what happened?
Low key behind the scenes, y'all. I just had to share this with y'all because this was a Sag win just now. That Brooke had to steal away the bear. Okay, you confiscated the bear.
That's what's happening right now?
Yeah, that's what happened.
Oh, shit.
We're the officials.
I was showing mad Gemini love earlier. Now I'm getting squeaked on. Oh, shit.
Brooke confiscated the bear, the official squeaky toy that Midori straight up missed. Because she trying to keep Sages in line. Yeah, we gonna cheers to that. Because that was a Sag win. That was a Sag win. That was whatever. We'll take that win.
Apparently it was an L to the Geminis. Fuck it, I'll go with it. I fucks with Geminis. All right.
Yes.
I thought I was in my shit too. I thought I was in my bag. I was mad vulnerable with that shit too and got squeaked on. You You know what I'm saying? That's why niggas don't be opening it up no more. You know what I'm saying?
They afraid that someone's gonna fucking squeak out.
Exactly.
I mean, do you think that a part of, and I want to get into this in a little bit, in like probably 2 seconds, but do you feel like your childhood, the way that you grew up, possibly maybe hardened you, but tried to make you open to love?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my childhood definitely hardened me. Mm-hmm. And I would say that it hardened me probably for like the first third of my life, you know? Yeah. And then I got to see the beauty in things. Like I wasn't able to understand the love that it my mother must have had for my father, you know, in terms of him being, my father was a crackhead. And just did real wild shit that crackheads do, you know? Yeah. And I hate to even call him a crackhead because, like, crackheads ain't know. Back in the 80s when crack first hit.
It was a crack epidemic.
They didn't know what that shit was. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't know. Now we know. So that was a different story, right? But back then we didn't know. Yeah. But just understanding the love that it took for her to stick with him and the fortitude and the resilience of that love. Yeah. In addition to that, just seeing Black resilience, period, I think has softened me, right? Yeah. Understanding that what I saw, although it was like some savage shit, was also really beautiful. Yeah. To see what triumphed despite the savagery of the 80s and the 90s in Brooklyn. Yeah. Especially in Black Brooklyn. Yeah.
I mean, for those that don't know your story, I'm going to try to kind of put some of it together for them. Is, you know, you did always want to be a lawyer. Yeah. You know, and then there was one particular moment, one of many particular moments, but this kind of alluding to your childhood that you had that you mentioned that, you know, in the 80s, and you were about 7 years old. And your mother was a legal secretary, and like you said, your father was strung out on crack, and leaving your mom to essentially be a single mom. Fuck, I already know they setting up shots over here, making me real nervous. But, you know, including covering the bills and the child care. And your mom would send a company car from the firm to your house to come pick you up. Yeah. And as an only child, when it got dark, you know, you would even have to leave the phone off of the hook, so that your mom could hear that nothing was wrong while she was at work. Which really like triggered a lot in my mind and my heart. But whether she came home at 2 a.m., but you know, or she had to pull like an all-nighter, you know, she would send a company car from the firm to your house to come pick you up and sleep at the office while she worked. And then there was that moment where that white man, it was like some disrespectful, disgruntled white man in the office that had disrespected your mom.
Yeah, I can't remember what he said. He was like mad. I just remember the feeling of it, and I knew in that moment that he was just really condescending and crazy belittling to my mom, and it was the first time I had ever experienced anyone just being so rude and so vile, right? Yeah. But especially to my mother. And it was the first time that I remember knowing that seeing my mother's Black womanhood, all of it. Yeah. And seeing how she was relegated powerless by white supremacy. Yeah. And in that moment, I knew that I wanted to have his job. Yeah. And that when I took his job, not necessarily took his job because he was old as fuck, but when I was a lawyer, that I would never treat anyone like that remotely. As a matter of fact, while I was a lawyer and while I was prosecuting, I made it my duty. Like, this is some shit, like the shit that you see at 7 stays with you decades later, you know, because I'm a 27-year-old, 28-year-old attorney, always thinking back to that moment and making sure that whether it was the security guards downstairs in the lobby of the Brooklyn DA's office or the janitorial staff that was there at me late at night, I knew everybody's name and I was always kind. As a matter of fact, if you were a senior prosecutor or a senior defense attorney. Motherfucker, if you was a fucking judge, you didn't get the level of love and respect from me that folks who were in the service industry got from me, period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And all of that, the way that I walk in this world, you know, stemmed from that moment watching my mother relegated powerless by this racist, classist, misogynist motherfucker.
Yeah. Was it the feeling that's always stuck with you and kept you persistent, even in the crack epidemic?
Yep.
You know, it took your not only your father, your cousins that also were dealers. Was it that feeling of how you felt when you were 7 that always stuck with you, or was it something else that was always kind of like maybe a saying or a word that always kind of kept you focused and out of all of that?
Damn, Jam. So it was the feeling, and it wasn't only the feeling of that moment, but it was also the silence. My mother's silence. My mother not speaking back. My mother's a powerful fucking woman.
Yeah.
So to hear my mother silent was really impactful, right?
Yeah.
But in terms of that crack shit, one thing that I know, because I'm a storyteller, I enjoy reading, I enjoy watching films, I enjoy stories, period, right? From the craft perspective, as well as just from like listening, engaging, and like learning some shit or feeling some shit. Folks talk about people who are addicted to crack in such a one-dimensional fucking way.
Yeah.
You know, oh, this person is a fiend.
Yeah.
This person is an addict. I've known crackheads my entire life.
Yeah.
My father, my uncles, my aunts. I have cousins who are crack addicted. And yes, I also have many crack dealers in my family, cousins, uncles, not aunts. There's so much more to them than crack.
Yeah.
Be it, you know, whether they're addicts or dealers, right?
Yeah.
Regular people like you and me who dream, who have goals, who love, who have people who love them. They fall to it. And sometimes, you know, because there aren't too many other things to fall to.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so seeing all of that, seeing the complexity of that, I always knew that I wanted to advocate for them and folks who are similarly situated.
Yeah.
So not necessarily involved in the crack game on one side or the other, but definitely poverty-born, definitely hood-born, because when motherfuckers tell the stories of those who are poverty-born or hood-born, they tell it from when white people do that shit, it's just it's so foreign. It lacks of authenticity, right?
Yeah.
Because they don't fucking know. Because to them, we are a fucking caricature, especially those of us who are at the bottom of the bottom. And so for me, it's really important to advocate for us who are relegated to the bottom of the fucking bottom, because I know us. I am us.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
Yeah. Yeah. That's some real shit. I mean, and then that kind of led to, I mean, fast forward, you as a prosecutor, you weren't able to do the drug prosecutions because you're as a Brooklyn DA, when you got your job with the Brooklyn DA, you weren't able to do drug prosecutions because your politics were a little bit different.
Yeah, I didn't even want to work at the Brooklyn DA's office.
Yeah.
Right? Like, one thing, the universe is always working, because you would have never paid me to believe that I'd be at somebody's prosecutor office. You fucking kidding me? That's like saying I'm about to work for the NYPD. Never happened until it did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's a whole story in and of itself. But when it did happen, what I appreciated about being at the Brooklyn DA's office was, at the time, the Brooklyn DA's office was known as like the most progressive DA's office in the country. It's just a fact. Like, it was.
Yeah.
We
at the
time. I can't say now. I don't know. No shade.
Yeah.
But at that time, it certainly was. And when I got there, the DA himself was like, listen, which unit do you want to work in?
Yeah.
You get a choice. You can say, I want to do, a regular precinct, so I'm handling everything in that precinct, from like drugs or violent crimes to gangs. Or you can say, I want to do something more specialized, like, crimes against children. And I decided, I wanted to do domestic violence. And that's where I got to go. And I knew that I wanted to do domestic violence, and I could not handle a drug case because my politics were so different. How is it that I'm going to be prosecuting drugs when I don't believe that drugs should be criminalized or the use thereof should be criminalized? When I don't believe drug dealing should be criminalized. Alcohol sales aren't criminalized.
Exactly.
Why are drugs criminalized? In my gut, in my core, in my spirit, I knew that would be hypocrisy because I didn't fucking believe it, and I wouldn't be doing my job. I wouldn't be doing it. And I don't even want to front like I am doing it because I'm adamantly against that shit. So no, I decided to forego those opportunities, and I did domestic violence. Best decision I ever made in my life. And another thing is, my last name is Junior. Opposite of senior. Regular spelling. Junior. Do you know how many people came through the Brooklyn DA's office for drugs with the last name Junior?
Damn.
That's my family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my family.
Yeah.
How am I prosecuting drugs when there's always people coming through here with the last name Junior? That shit wasn't happening.
You prosecuting your own
I'm my family.
Yeah.
You bugging. Not happening. I mean, that wouldn't happen legally because there would be a conflict of interest.
Right.
But still, the point remains.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't believe in this shit. Yeah. I'm not prosecuting. Even if that means that I don't get this fucking job, I ain't doing it.
Yeah. 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 Damn. On that note, I think we need some more mental stimulation. Midori.
All right. This one says, what is most likely to ruin the mood?
That goofy suit.
Okay, it's her stopping to answer their phone, you doing all the work, attempting to penetrate the anus.
Damn. I hate when I have to penetrate the anus.
Or her doing a lot of talking, like, you like it, what's my name, you love me, what's for dinner.
Damn.
Is it on me first?
Yeah, well, I guess, fuck. I guess you answered last time, so I gotta answer first. Fuck.
Yeah.
Do you need your drink warmed up? I mean...
I'm okay.
You okay?
I'm trying to answer.
Can I just get maybe a little bit more water and cognac, though, and lemon? Lemon? Yeah, that's what we drink. Damn. Yeah, this is...
That's what's happening right here?
Damn. Yeah, I gotta drink. Fuck. I gotta drink. You know what?
You want a shot?
Why not? A shot? Oh, gosh. Damn. That's... okay. Okay. We get the point, Midori. Let's say...
You can sip the shot.
Talking too much. You said deal breakers, right?
No, what's going to ruin the mood?
Talking too much. It says in the middle of the sexy time?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the deal breaker for me. Talking too, in a mood killer. Yeah, of the moment. While I take my shot, go for it.
Shut the fuck out. Shut the fuck out.
Just moan and enjoy.
Yo, I feel so whack because none of that shit is a deal breaker for me. I'm like, oh, you want to talk some more? Okay, we're going to talk. I'm going to play with this nipple.
Yeah.
I'm saying, hey, keep talking. No.
I feel like...
But why would you ask me that?
Ooh.
Is it because I'm a femme?
No, because it's what it says.
Yo,
get that
like femme discrimination is fucking real.
What kind of discrimination do you get?
My G, I swear I went on a blind date. I went on a blind date. So, I'm sorry. Do you want me to go further into the question before I go?
You're good.
All right. So I went on a blind date with another femme, and we meet each other, whatever. And before we even got into the first conversation, yeah, that's hitting nice. That yak is nice.
Real good. Mm-hmm.
Before we even get into the fucking first conversation, oh, how you doing? How your day was? Hey, I'm so and so. Like, she saw me and she was like, I like to be fucked. Literally, first words. So I was like, okay, well, I like fucking. Yeah. But I felt like 100%. She said that to me because I was a femme. You know what I'm saying? And she was expecting something different. Mind you, later on in the conversation, she went on to tell me that she was involved in a sex cult, that she had to buy her way into it. Well, first of all, this is how she described it. She said, I swear, she described it as being a masturbation cult. But then she went a little bit deeper and said that they masturbate each other. I said, well, that sounds like a sex cult. Like, if you masturbating each other, that sounds like sex to me. What? Then she says to me that she bought her way into it. Yeah. And now she's trying to sell her stock, her shares, or like her interest, whatever, out because she realizes that she was basically hoodwinked and scammed into this situation. So I'm thinking, you know what? That's some like real shit to like tell somebody on the first date. I'm thinking we being vulnerable, we exposing ourselves, we being authentic. So what do? I'm vulnerable. I expose myself. I get authentic. So I was like, yo, I hear you. I don't judge you. That's some real shit. That's living. It's an adventure. I just got indicted last week on a 10-count indictment. I'm facing 7 years in prison. You know, but listen, I don't think I'm going to prison. I think it's going to be okay. My ancestors are telling me it's going to be okay. When I tell you she gets up from the fucking dinner table, I swear this is a true story. She gets up from the fucking dinner table after I say I've been indicted. Mind you, the bitch done told me she in a sex cult. Gets up. I swear to God. Gets up. She's like, oh, I just need to use the bathroom. So already I'm like, so in my mind, I'm like, goodbye. No, but listen, this is my dumb ass because I'm like, either she's curving me or she really has to pee. Because I'm like, you just like told me all this crazy shit about you, so you can't possibly be ducking me. You know what I'm saying? So she comes back and she's like, I think we're in two separate places right now, and I don't think that, you know, we're gonna be able to work out because I was indicted. Bitches in a sex cult trying to sell a way out of it. True story. Facts. Yo. After setting off the date with being like, I like to be fucked. Bitch, kick rocks. I couldn't believe that shit.
But you judge a motherfucker.
She judged me so quick.
You're buying yourself to get fucked.
Fucked. Yo, it's that. I'm telling you. So it was like the femme discrimination and then the fucking felon discrimination. That's what it was. This shit was all around fucked up.
Did you, I imagine that was I know that was a very difficult time, but during that time, did you ever try to date or try to like, after that moment with the sex cult chick, did you ever try to like talk to other people or like date or whatever? You just like, yo, let me just focus on my shit real quick.
Yeah, after I got indicted, have you ever been indicted?
No, and I hope.
And you hope not, right? I hope not too for you. Like, I will tell you right now that shit will fuck your shit up. Like, I couldn't get out of I was depressed for months behind that shit. Like, couldn't get out of my bed. Couldn't fucking... Every time my bell rung, like, I was just super nervy. Like, who the fuck is at the police? Like, who's at the door? Like, literally, it could be fucking Amazon, UPS or shit. I could not get out. I could not answer the door. Going outside. Any siren. You know, I live in the hood. You hear helicopters and shit. I'm like, oh my God, they looking for, you know what I mean? Like, just the anxiety, the PTSD from that shit. So I was dealing with my own mental and heart health. I wasn't thinking about dating no fucking body. Matter of fact, not for nothing, after I got indicted, niggas was coming out the woodwork from everywhere, like exes. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, what's good? They didn't know, but they were just, it was just like, Oshun was like, I'm gonna send you all of this bullshit. Are you done? Are you done? Are you done? And I was like, oh, I'm done. Done.
But you also like kind of like disconnected from some people too, right?
Had
it was
to.
Relationships.
Platonic friendships. It was business partnerships.
All of that. Like,
everything.
You kind of disconnected from a lot of those people.
Because you realize what's what and who is who.
Yeah.
I was a top prosecutor, the deputy chief police prosecutor in New York City.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of fans and a lot of, I say that like that because they said they were friends.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
But, and they were only with you
because it was like, what can you do for me?
For your position.
Absolutely. Damn. Absolutely.
But let you say you want to be a clerk for the rest of your life. They'll be like, it was really nice meeting you, Nikki.
I have to use the bathroom. I'll be right back, bitch.
Bye.
So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
I need to go join another sex cult.
That's what happened.
That's
and then
wild shit.
But also what starts to happen is, at least for me, and understand, see, you don't know this probably, during that time, a lot was happening in my spiritual awakening. So I was having crazy dreams. I went to meet with my padrino, you know, had a couple of readings with him. I had one reading with him, and my padrino was like, yo, like, this shit is happening for a reason. Like, this is not your head. You're supposed to da. You start to see, like, when you step the fuck back and look at it all, you see who you can fuck with and who you can't. You know what I'm saying? I had a best friend of 25 years, best friend since I was a 9th grade student in high school. Since I was literally 13 years old. And her movement was real funny. Damn. It was real funny. So I had to basically like delete the phone number, delete all contact information, so that I wouldn't call her. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how deep it got to. And she was pretending. But I could feel it. Yeah. You feel when people's energy is different. Yeah. And I was forced to change so swiftly overnight that I didn't have the time to pretend anymore with you. Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't pretend no more with you.
There's no time for that shit.
That's it. I've been pretending for at least 5 years. I'm not pretending with you no more. So yes, you're right. You shift in everything. People you're dealing with romantically, people you deal with platonically, people you deal with in your profession, and you keep it trucking. But I'll tell you what, you also realize that there's real people. Like, for example, I hadn't worked at the Brooklyn DA's office in 6-7 years, something like that. I left there to go prosecute police. My chief, the chief of domestic violence at the Brooklyn DA's office, bad bitch, like tried homicides, hard as fuck, mad accomplished, bad bitch, hit me up and was like, yo, I know you. I'm not paying attention to this shit. Let me know when you want to kick it. I got you. Like, it could have hurt her. To be, and she was public about it. Yeah. It could have hurt her to be public about that. I'm a fucking 10-count indicted, later pled guilty felon. And she rocked with me the whole time until now. For what? I don't work for you no more. That's how you know real. You know what I'm saying? There's no benefit of rocking with me. That's a risk, rocking with me. Yeah.
But,
you feel me?
But it's only a risk if you're not really a true friend. Exactly. Because a true friend would stick with you. I know if any of my friends or anybody I know, if they had a court date, I'd be like, where we go? Which court date? That's it. Which court? What's the date? What time do I need to be there? That's it. I need to make sure I hit Starbucks or Coffee Bean or some shit. Make sure I get there on time because we gonna do this and we gonna rock that shit. Yeah. But that's where you
And I'm gonna tell you, I had that too. I don't want to make it sound like I didn't have that because I had that too. One of the ways that I got to work for the Weekend Soirée, which you were talking about earlier, is because my ex-fiance found out. I had to tell her, like, she literally, I was like, I'm going through some shit. I got to talk to you. I don't want to talk about it over the phone. She was like, I'm flying into New York tomorrow. What's good? Yeah. She flew into New York, and I was like, yo, I got indicted. I'm about to plead guilty to this felony. When I tell you, this is my ex-fiance. Yeah. She done been in 2-3 other relationships since we broke up. Understand what I'm saying? Years have passed. Yeah. When I tell you my girl was at the court with me every single court date after that shit, when I needed money because I had to pay some G's for my probation and court fees. When she was like, I got it. Like, don't even blink. Like, here it is. Because I already paid 10 stacks for my attorney. You know what I'm saying? She was like, here. It was nothing. Light work. Understand what I'm saying? And then after that was like, and now I'm putting together this organization that curates celebrations for queer women. I ain't got the time because she's an exec at Microsoft doing her thing. She's like, but I need somebody who I can trust, who's gonna put this shit together and do this shit right. That's a real Will you come on? Like, yo, it wasn't even like, it was like, when I was like, are you sure? She was like, are you stupid? Yeah. Yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying.
And I feel like, you know, and I think when I especially when I see like the sweetest people go through some shit like that, it's like, and then I'm just like, of course I would support. Like, facts. Are you fucking crazy? Like, why wouldn't I support? Yep. Like, I rock with you. When I say I rock with you, I rock with you. Trust me. Like, I'm an asshole, but if I say I rock with you, I rock with you.
Facts.
And we riding this motherfucker even past when the wheels fall off.
That's right.
I'm sticking this shit out.
That's right.
So, it's so
That's
crazy to me. Have you had friends come back? I'm gonna say, have you had friends come back from the dead?
Yep.
And try to like rejuvenate their
Yes, especially as of late.
Oh shit.
Especially as of late.
Shit.
And I'd be like, win.
Yeah.
Curve everything else.
Yeah.
Win. Like,
yes.
that's all I like. Listen, I am egging you. I don't delete nobody.
Yeah.
And I screenshot all that shit, right? Because I need to have the proof later on for it, because I'm a very sensitive person.
Yeah.
And I like to lead with compassion, and I forgive a lot when I should not forgive. So I want easily. So later on, when I'm thinking that I might maybe forgive your ass, nah, I need that fucking receipt. Yes. And that's the Sagittarius petty that we were talking about earlier. Fuck you. Like, I'm gonna always look at that shit to be like, nah.
Yeah. That really is. Yeah. It really is the Sag petty, because it's just I need to remember why I was pissed off at you. Like, I know I felt really strong emotions, but I don't remember exactly why I was pissed at you.
Yeah.
But I know I felt strong emotions, and I was adamant about that shit, and we still haven't resolved it, but I can't remember what the fuck
I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But I know this picture right here is going to remind me, I don't fuck with you.
I mean, to rewind a little bit before I completely go into the Sagittarius abyss of fun, explain to the folks, because, there's a lot that went on behind before you were indicted and they gave you a felony. Like, they charged you with a felony. It was, you were transitioning from New York to Cleveland. Yep. And you had gotten a job, and they told you to send expenses. Yep.
Well, no. So what happened was, I got a job out in Cleveland, dope job. So I thought, and they told me that they would reimburse me for relocation funds. I told them I couldn't afford that. Said, call the city, see if you can work it out with the city. I called, because the city was people who were essentially funding the organization. Called the city, spoke to the treasurer, or the treasurer's office, rather. I was on the phone with this black dude. Basically, I was like, listen, I can't afford it. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I owe a lot of money in student loans. I live in New York City. This shit is expensive to live here. I can't afford relocation. And he was like, listen, just send something, anything. It's a formality. Send something. So I sure as hell did. I was like, oh, I got a brother on the line. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this is the universe. For real. I was like, thank you, Alokun. Thank you, Yemaya. Thank you, Oshun, for sending me this dude. Like, I'm going to get out here. You know what I'm saying? And then he was like, just send anything. So I totally doctored, created, fabricated, made up my own travel receipts, fully knowing that I was going to use the money that they gave for the receipts to move to Cleveland. Listen.
Because he said, just send anything.
Just send anything. And the way he said it, like, listen, I ain't recording the conversation. But to me, maybe he didn't even. The way I took it was... I got you. He literally said it's just a formality. But the way I took it was just, girl, ain't nobody gonna see it. Like, let me hook you up. Okay, bet. But that was the bullshit. It definitely wasn't that. And I should have known better, 100%. And usually, this is the interesting thing. I don't think I would have ever done that. Outside of that situation. I really don't. And so when people say, because, all right, so during my decade of being a prosecutor, I ain't smoked weed. I didn't commit any, even like frivolous fucking crimes, right? Because I was so intent on not being a hypocrite. That was so important to me, to be a law-abiding citizen, because you gotta practice what you preach. You have to. But for this situation, I think it was a little bit of ego. I was very egotistical. I felt like, who the fuck is you? Number two, you know what I'm saying? Listen, you bad, you climbing this ladder, you know, you doing your thing, you get egotistical. The second thing was I thought it was divined by the Orisha, by God, by the ancestors. I was reading the signs completely wrong. So those two things. And the third thing was I knew I was the best person for the job. Mm-hmm. They still haven't had somebody like me. Every person they've had like me, every person they put into that role since then has been fired.
Damn.
I was the best person for the job. It's a fact. But those things happened, right? And they coexisted. And then I committed this crime. Mm-hmm. Would I have committed the crime outside of those things coexisting? I know I wouldn't have. Yeah. And so for me, there was divine intervention. It was like literally like God and the Orisha and all of that being like, yo, you need to stop practicing law. Mm-hmm. I've been telling you this for mad years. You've been unhappy with this shit for mad years for a diversity of reasons. So how we gonna make you do it? Yeah. We're gonna force your hand. Yep. And again, that's not me taking away accountability and agency, right? Yeah. I did the shit. I'm guilty. That's why I pled guilty. Yeah. You know.
Well, and that was your first, and that brings an interesting point because you, before they even had charged you with a felony or even told you, yo, come to court.
Nothing.
Some shit's going on. Nothing had happened for 6 to 7 months.
Nothing. So I walked away from the job in March. I found out that I was indicted in November. Mm-hmm. You do the math on that via Facebook. Yeah. I didn't have a fucking lawyer or a prosecutor contact me to be like, yo, come testify before the grand jury. Tell me your side of the situation. Mm-hmm. Nothing. It was straight up silent indictment. All good. I had done silent indictments before, but I definitely didn't anticipate learning about being indicted via fucking social media or the fucking, or Fox News. Yeah. That was like, oh shit. So at that moment when I found out that way, I went on a run. Yeah. I booked. Yeah. I went on a run for like literally 12 hours. Okay. And then I was like,
I'd have been like, can I get to France this quickly?
Yeah, right. I was like, where you going? Stop it. Where you going? They gonna find you. Yeah. You know.
I mean, you had someone even come on your Facebook talking about, they, what do you say? They're coming for you, girlfriend. Like,
did you see that shit?
No, I heard about it. I heard about it.
Oh, it's still there.
I had to do a deep dive.
Yeah. No, it's still there. That's why I said, because I leave it there as the reminder. Yeah, some like real, like inbred motherfucker from Ohio. And I had to do some research to figure out like who the fuck this was, because I know him. Yeah. And then realize he was from Cleveland. That's how I was able to piece it together. Uh-huh. I'm like, oh, that's a really interesting thing to put on somebody's Facebook page that you don't know. Yeah. Who are you? Realize that he was from Cleveland. Okay, Googled my name. Mm-hmm. Nothing comes up. Googled my name in Cleveland. And then I see I'm all over the newspaper. Mm-hmm.
10 counts of indictment.
10 counts. Fraud, forgery, all of that shit. And I was like, literally, and here's the beauties. This is when I say God is so good. Here's the beauty. I had just finished having a conversation with my aunties about Queen Sugar. Yeah. I was talking to my aunties about how Blue's mother, I cannot remember her name to save the life of me, was just weak as fuck, and I was tired of her fucking crying, and I needed her to have a fucking backbone. And my aunties was like, but she's been through some stuff, and she's getting stronger, she's strengthening, like have compassion and love. And I was like, no, bitch, you weak. I was so over it. And then I find out from Facebook that I get indicted, and I crumble. I'm a mess. I'm crying. I'm weak. I can't get out of my bed. I can't leave my house. Every siren, every ambulance, every fire truck just sets me off with the PTSD. And that's one of the lessons that I learned, right? That it is okay to be weak, right? There are moments where we're going to be like Blue's mother, and we're going to be weak, and we're not going to know how to put one foot in front of the other. Every decision I made, I second guess. You're talking to someone who has done nothing but climb ladders my entire fucking life. Yeah. And now I'm second guessing every decision I make. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so it was a humbling. What I'm saying is I was humbled. Yeah. Right? But I'm super grateful for that humbling. Yeah. Word.
And the lowest count that they could give you was a felony.
No, that's not true. That's not true. The lowest count they could give me.
They knew that you couldn't practice law if they gave you a felony.
That's why I want to be very fucking clear on that. Mm-hmm. I have never been arrested a day in my life before. I have never, I've committed crimes, but I've never been caught for committing crimes and shit. I mean, we all commit crimes that we don't ever get caught for. You know what I'm saying? I've never been caught committing a crime before. And, I definitely had a 10-count indictment, 9 felonies, 1 misdemeanor. They absolutely could have given me a misdemeanor, but they knew that if they gave me a misdemeanor and I pled guilty to a misdemeanor, then I would be able to continue practicing law in New York without a problem. Yeah. So it was like, nah, B, we don't want you to have that law degree. Yeah. So we not, even though you're a first-time offender, and standard practice is to, when you're a first-time offender, it's like, all right, what's the lowest thing that we can offer you because you're a first-time fucking offender? Like,
your first
this is my career. Like, this is what I do. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
You've been walking straight edge this entire
for 37 years. For 37 fucking years of your life.
Yeah.
Hood-born.
Yeah.
Listen.
Walking straight edge, not.
Do you know how few people I know like me?
There's none.
I don't know anybody like me in my hood.
You are the only one.
And I couldn't get a misdemeanor, and you think that shit wasn't by design?
That shit's wild. Shit. Yo. Damn. Exactly. On that note, we gonna transcend into being a butterfly.
Okay.
Which is what the fuck you've done.
Hey.
Turning that into storytelling and event producing and all of that stuff. I mean, you got a lot going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I've always been a storyteller. And I knew that. And listen, I really want to say pardon me to your audience for having this squeaky, cracky voice. I really am under the weather. I just flew into LA yesterday. And I'm just sick as a dog, but
it's all good. We loving it. We vibing, and we would have never known that you were sick if
awesome. I hear, and I'm like, oh no, that has to sound awful. But so I've always been a storyteller. I've always written, right?
Now I can say Now I can squeak. I'll do I'll drink with you. All right.
Always been a storyteller. Drink that drink. Always drank that shit.
Yes,
actually, I might fuck with a shot. Can I pour my own shot, or Dory, do you pour the shot? Like, what happens?
I think you need to bring the Hennessy bottle or another bottle.
I don't see any more cognac. I only see whiskey. So
okay, let's get that Henny poppin'.
Hennessy. And we got a big ass bottle.
Since when I was young, but I never thought it was something that like black people could do for money. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, like all of the authors that my mother used to read were not black, you know? And so I never thought that could be something that I could do, even though I always wrote stories, I always read. Oh, I love reading. I love writing. And, but I you know, again, just feeling like I couldn't do that thing. Even in college, I was like, damn, I took English. English was my first major until I got bored as fuck. And I was like, all of these white, dead fucking men, I cannot. That's when I switched over to Afro-American studies. And I concentrated in literature. I
love that.
So I've always known. But I decided to go the safe route, which was like being an attorney. And again, from when I was 7 years old, I knew that I had to be an attorney, right? But there was always this part of me that was like, books are dope. That was a nerdy part of me that was like, I love books. You know? I literally, every day. And, you know, if you met me and saw me, I always had at least 3 books in my book bag. This is before Kindle and all of that shit.
I wish I would see more people posting about fucking books they read. Like, maybe I'm just following some, you know, I don't know. I just feel like I don't see enough people posting books or audio books or
it's
something.
True.
Like, I've been trying to get into the audio book kick because I've realized I just don't have the time or the patience to just sit and like read, but I feel like every time I'm like, I'm gonna read, some shit happens and then I gotta go do that.
Books are so good.
I love that you read books.
Like, I love books. I don't read as often as I used to, but I love books. So so there was always this element. And so anyway, when the indictment hit, literally the first thing that came to mind was like, you need to write. You need to write this story. So I started writing even before I pled guilty. Like I said, I went to go see my padrino. And
for those that don't understand what that is, can you explain to them what that might be? I realize I didn't explain what that was.
Oh, sure. No, sure. So I am... I guess a practitioner of Yoruba, of the Yoruba faith, and my padrino is kind of like a godfather who I go to when I need counsel, and he is able to divine for me, you know, what the Orisha are telling him is happening, right, in my life, and what will happen, and things that I need to do in order to fulfill my purpose, and that type of thing, right? So, do you want to give any more of an explanation to that?
That sounds good to me.
Okay.
I mean, it's just someone you seek spiritual guidance. From.
Exactly. And so I went to him, and after asking all of these questions, and he's throwing the cowrie shells, and he's divining. Finally, we get to this thing, you know, because I didn't know. I spent the last 30 years trying to be a lawyer, and now I can't be a lawyer no fucking more.
Finding this new
path, right? Yeah. And so finally, I was like, all right, should I be writing?
Yeah.
My man throws, and I don't mean to say no disrespect, Padrino, but my Baba Jose, no disrespect. He throws down the cowrie shells, and when I tell you them shits, boom! On the table, like nothing, like no other response. Like it was boom. And when your man was like, yo, give me both hands. Yeah. And so I give him both hands, and he was like, that's an absolute yes. But you already knew that. And it was like, yo, I did know. You know what I'm saying? And so everything since then has been just, I'm like, what the fuck took me so long? So for example, I write something, the shit for Harriet. For Harriet is not an easy publication. It's an online magazine. It's for us, by us, black women. It's not something that you can easily get into. First thing I write, they're like, oh yeah, we want this shit, right? Yeah. Every single piece that I sought to publish after that, oh yeah, we want this shit. Yeah. Every single, literally, 95% of the residencies and fellowships that I've gone out for, I have gotten. Yeah. Like, it's unheard of. People like, your first time? Yeah. That doesn't happen. Like, what? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, just been picked up. My shit, when I go places, people just have so much love and respect and push it. So, for example, I got some love from the Hurston Wright Foundation, and I met my mentor there, Pamela Newkirk. What's good? Pamela Newkirk is the shit. Nice. I need to like make that real clear. She's a scholar, she's a writer, she's an academic, she's the shit. Pamela Newkirk was like, oh, no. You need to be finishing this shit right now. Yeah. And like just my book, my memoir, Crack Concrete, girlhood amid crackheads, cousins, and crews is my forthcoming memoir. Okay. Anyway, she gave me mad love for it. So it's just like getting mad love from like like all over, from the literary world. It just doesn't happen when you're a newbie like me coming out into the game. But again, I've always been a storyteller, so it makes sense. Yeah. And it makes sense that like the Arisha and all of that was like, bitch, stop playing. Yeah. You know? Yeah. Am I talking too much?
No, I'm loving it.
I'm feeling like I'm talking mad.
No, we'll play another round of mentally stimulate me. Okay,
let's do it.
Purdy, please. Okay. And I thought we had a bigger bottle of Hennessy, so y'all, I apologize if y'all are watching. You probably did. It's all good.
We got a nice corner left. It's a nice corner.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay, so this one says one must go.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Doggy style.
You said doggy style.
That ain't the one.
Keep the doggy style.
So okay, it's doggy style, reverse cowgirl.
Okay.
Do you guys know what reverse cowgirl is?
Definitely.
Okay. Yeah. Sagittarius represents
facts.
Yeah. I don't mind you talking, by the way, okay? Just have sexy talk. I just need to make that clear. I feel like I need to represent the Sagittariuses, and I just felt like I misrepresented them. So
that was some real shit.
Yeah, I apologize. Go ahead. Go ahead with the Lori. I apologize.
So, doggy style, reverse cowgirl.
Hey.
Oral sex.
Bruh.
Or kissing.
Wait, one of them have to go? What kind of bullshit is that?
I don't make this up, okay?
The fuck?
That's some horse shit right there.
Wait, repeat the options again. Doggy style, reverse cowgirl, and oral kissing, sex. Oral sex. Come on, son.
Damn.
Okay, this game has to go. I would say I can, if those are my options.
Damn.
Reverse cowgirl can, reverse. Whew. I'm just seeing so many visions right now. Like, can tough. That go?
Yeah. That's tough.
But that might be the one.
Yeah.
I want to kiss you. I'm like, that's the second one. Like, can the kissing go? I kind of want to kiss you.
Right.
No, I really want to kiss you. That sounded so fucked up.
I think I want to kiss you. I might want to kiss you.
I definitely want to kiss you, but I also want to see you reverse cowgirl it. But that can go. Reverse cowgirl.
Reverse cowgirl, okay?
Okay, you said kissing, reverse cowgirl.
Oral sex, doggy style.
God damn. That's fucked up.
The oral sex is like not even an option. I feel like, why is that there?
That's mandatory. Like, why is that? Yeah, this was considered for the heterosexual population. They weren't thinking about us homosexuals.
Facts.
Fuck. LGBTQ, stand up. Let's see.
You should try to choose a different one from Nikki.
I know. And the problem is I was low-key considering the reverse cowgirl.
Doggy style, oral sex, or kissing? Because the other one already got picked.
Fuck. That's so fucked up.
That's a fucked up situation.
Wait, so I'm not allowed to pick kissing?
No, you can pick kissing, just not reverse cowgirl.
Because she picked, she decided, she confirmed, solidified reverse cowgirl. Damn. Kissing can go. I like kissing, but I like kissing, but I like bodies and shit.
Too much. Yeah, I got you. Sag, I'm not mad at you. Come here. Get that shit. Facts.
Get that body count.
Fuck that kissing, yo.
Yeah,
fuck that kissing shit.
Fuck that intimate kissing shit.
But real G's don't kiss, me.
Exactly.
Real G's don't kiss.
We kiss normally, but I mean, what it is.
That's funny. My short film is about that.
Yeah.
To Touch a Moth is all about that. It's about intimacy in queer women's relationships, right? It's about touch, to touch a moth, right? And a moth is like a very fleeting thing.
Yeah.
Who like gets the opportunity to touch a moth. But I'm with you. I hear you. I respect you. I value you. All of it. Yeah. I personally, so I date across the gender spectrum, right? And off the gender spectrum. Yeah. Like, I love every fucking body as long as you're like a good person. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I can say that literally I can't imagine if we're two consenting adults. Yeah. There is nothing in my mind. I mean, unless you like want some real, like, I'ma fuck you up shit. Yeah. I mean, like, you could slap me, you could choke me, we can play rough, but like,
you gotta
like,
choke.
If you draw blood, like, that's when I'm like, dude, like,
safe word.
We're done here. Sorry.
Fuck, what was a safe word?
What was the fucking safe word?
I mean, is there something for you that's like that you're not enthusiastic about?
I can honestly say, if someone who was a consenting adult asked me to piss on them, I would be into it. There's nothing that I would... No, seriously. I'm just like, yo, let's have a good time here. Yeah. I can't imagine anything. I'm really thinking, like, what is the thing that would turn me off? If I'm into you, I think I'm down for everything.
I dig that.
I know.
That's some good shit.
I don't know.
I dig that. That's a good note to end on. But we need you to come back. I'm gonna put it on the mic. I already told you in person, off the mic. I need you to come back.
I love being here.
We love having you here.
I know I brought like mad seriousness to your situation.
No, but this was good. We had a little bit of everything. Yeah. Listen, there's not too many times you can talk about fisting, felonies, and
prosecuting cops.
and prosecuting cops. all in one episode.
That's a fact.
I mean, listen, if y'all fast forwarded through this motherfucker and you hearing this and you missed the good stuff, just don't worry. We won't wait, but go ahead and rewind and we'll be right here.
Facts.
But
mad love to you, Zori, Brooke, the whole crew. This shit is popping.
The Gemini crew right here. They make that shit work. They for make real.
This shit work.
I would be nothing without them. Let's just be very clear.
It's popping.
Yeah. Damn. And so usually we like to end every episode on a words of wisdom.
Okay.
Do you have words of wisdom for the people before we get out of here?
Be you, do you, don't be on that sucker shit. And at some point, I would love for Brooke to spit.
Yeah. I feel like the only time that Brooke spit was on the episode with Candy Cole, and that was like the earlier episodes of Jampacked. But
y'all got to get Brooke spitting on this shit.
Brooke, come on, spit a little something.
Let's get to
would you?
All right.
Go ahead, Brooke.
Damn, you were speaking truth. You were speaking truth though. You had me wanting to flare my elbows and shit.
Hey.
Yeah, but that I like that words of wisdom. That was good stuff.
Thank
you.
I
like that. Midori.
It's a fact.
So I guess mine would be like, you have to remember that you don't lose. You don't take L's, right? So there's only learning from experiences or wins. That's it. It's only W's. There's no L's. That's how you have to look at it sometimes.
I would say, wow, there's so many things that come to mind, but I feel like my words of wisdom will be, even if you think you know the truth, sit down and listen and really do your homework. And support those that support you and love those that love you in the hard times and the good times. Your attitude, your mood should not dictate the way that you feel and the way that you move and respond. If you're down for someone, be down for someone. And I feel like this interview inspired those words of wisdom just because, often people say that they're down for you and they're really not. And keep moving, keep proceeding, keep loving one another. This life is very short and very limited, and try to leave your footprint the best way that you know how and the most positive way that you know how. And understand that it's about the journey, not the destination. The destination is going to be beautiful. So anytime that you're in that journey and you're in a tough spot and you're going through these speed bumps and you're like, fuck, there's a lot of fucking speed bumps in this motherfucking dark ass cave, just keep going. And there is a light, there is journey, there are obstacle courses in that fucking cave with fucking speed bumps, but enjoy it. And whether you scared or you crying or you sad, live that moment up. And remember those moments, because those are going to be the moments when you think of all of the greatness that you've accomplished, and when you look back at your entire journey. So that's my lengthy words of wisdom.
Asheo.
How can the people reach you, Nikki?
Yo, you can find me on IG or Facebook at Nicole Shawan Junior, NicolesShawanJunior. You can also go to www.NicolesShawanJunior.com, and you can hit me up there. I would love to hear from you.
Nice. Shit, I've been saying it all fucked up this entire time. Shawan.
Nah, you know how many awards I got that say Nicole Shawan Junior?
No, because
it is.
I listened to the first time you said it, and it was like Nicole Shawan Junior. So I was like, okay, that's how she says it. And then I said it all fucked up. I feel so bad.
You shouldn't. I got awards and trophies that say Nicole Shawan Junior.
Well, I want to be one of the good trophies, not one of the trophies like, oh, these motherfuckers didn't know how to spell my fucking name. You know what I mean?
I'm just excited to be on your show. Thank you. Like I said, keep pushing, keep doing this shit. What y'all doing is revolutionary. It's beautiful, and it's all love here. It's all love here. That's the energy here. Keep doing this shit.
I appreciate you, and I appreciate you for being here. And Midori, how can the people reach you for booking? Before I get all sentimental.
Okay, for booking on the Jampacked show, you can email me at lovedori@jampackedshow.com. That's LUVDORI@jampackedshow.com.
Hey. And then for Brooke.
Hey, y'all. You didn't ask Nikki if she...
Oh, fuck. Sorry, Nikki. Sorry, Brooke. Listen, this is a day for the Sagittariuses. This is not a day for the Gemini.
Yo, Tori be on it, yo.
Nikki, can the people slide into your DM?
Word, you be on that shit. Yeah, yo, word, get it, Tori. Yeah, you got a squad. Fact.
Yeah. Fuck, yeah. Can the good people slide into your DMs?
Oh, please do, good people, please do.
Yes, good people. Now, again, we've talked about your type, but anything in particular that really does it for you?
Be an artist, be a musician, or just like music. Be a dope fucking person. That's it.
Yes. Be a creative.
Even if it ain't your 9 to 5. Like,
yes.
Who gives a fuck? Like, if you're a creative, you're a creative. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Word.
Damn. That made my nipples hard. All right,
here we go. You sure that wasn't the hand door?
Yeah.
Let's get it.
My nipples haven't fallen off yet, though, so we all good. Here we go, Brooke. Brooke, come here, Brooke. How can the people reach you, Brooke?
Everybody, y'all can reach me at WayUpBrooke on Instagram. Hit me up.
Hey.
Can the people slide in your DMs, Brooke?
Slide in my DMs, but don't be annoying. Don't get on my nerves, please. Like, I do it sometimes.
What is annoying, though? Like, have you found an opening line yet that works for you, Brooke? Have you been on dates? What's going on? We're following your dating life on this show, Brooke. Give us an update.
Ain't no update.
Damn. And there you have it. There's your Brooke. There's your Way Up Brooke update. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Nikki, Dory, Brooke. Thank you all. I appreciate you all. This has been an amazing episode, an amazing journey, and I appreciate all of y'all, and I appreciate you being here, and I hope that you come back.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
If we have to make tacos again, just for when you healthy.
For real.
Let us know. We gonna do it.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate you being here. I appreciate my Gemini squad. They out here just wilding the fuck, yeah.
Holding you the fuck down.
Holding
you the fuck down and wilding the fuck out.
Exactly. All in the same breath. So make sure you check us out every Wednesday. We are at Jampacked Show. Almost forgot where we were at. The Cognac. At Jampacked Show on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you check us out on YouTube /Jampacked, as well as on Facebook /Jampacked Show. We are everywhere. Tell your mama, tell your friends, don't hide your wife. Let your wife know. Let your boyfriends and your husband know. Let all of them know. Maybe even let your kids listen. They might learn something. And check us out. We are everywhere that you get podcasts, including Spotify. We are working on Pandora. So Pandora, if you are listening to this shit, go ahead and approve our shit so we can just kind of circulate in motherfuckers listening circles. And I believe that is all of the orders of business. We are everywhere that you get podcasts. Check us out. Please share us. Please follow. Please like. Please be down for it. And again, Nikki, I appreciate you. You look like you have something to say.
No, I appreciate you too. Something just came to my mind, and I'll tell you later.
Oh, shit. Okay, y'all. And we will see you on the next Jampacked.
Peace out,